Hey folks, it's Gregory here with Old Europe Antique Home Furnishings. It's January 5th, 2023, the first video of the new year, so Happy New Year. I've got some fantastic things to show you guys today. A pair of 200-year-old globes, a 1700s, 18th century polychrome architectural model. We just brought that in last night. It's fantastic, and a number of other pieces of furniture that I want to have a look at. So we're just going to look at those. We're going to take a look at some of the other new items that have come into the shop, and I want to show you some footage of the antique buckboard that left the other day for its new home in California. So let's get to it. All right, well, the first thing I want to start off with is this new captain's chair. It's a green leather antique captain's chair that has arrived. That is actually not going anywhere because it just fits too well in the front office here. But moving along, we have this Davenport desk. Now I'll tell you a little something about the Davenport desk. It's also known as a captain's desk, and the reason that it's called a captain's desk is not what I originally thought. I thought, well, it's probably because it was used on ships. The fact of the matter is that the reason this is called a Davenport desk, and all other similar desks are referred to by that name, is because the first one was designed and ordered by Captain Davenport, and I forget the name of the furniture manufacturer, but this was in England centuries ago, and he designed and commissioned to be built the first Davenport's desk. And as I mentioned, he was a captain, so subsequent desks have also been referred to as Davenport desks. Now let's move on. This is an absolutely gorgeous carved Renaissance style desk. It actually sold last night, but I did want to take a look at it here because the carving on this piece, fantastic. Look at that, Adam and Eve. Absolutely gorgeous desk. Now here we have a painting, and I forget who painted that, but that is a really nice vintage work. All right, let's move on out here. This model ship has come in. Nice glass case. Obviously vintage, looks like something out of the 50s or 60s. This, as you may know, is a bracket clock. It's a 19th century bracket clock. The bracket is actually not here in the building, and the pendulum is behind it. That did sell a while back, but we'll point that out to you. Actually, that sold to the same folks who purchased those wingback Chesterfield red leather chairs that are from England. Now let's go on over here. Haven't unwrapped this yet, but I hope you can see that. That is a cheval mirror. And if you'll notice down here at the bottom, there is some flaking to the undersurface, and that is known as silvering. That can be very popular, believe it or not, in the United Kingdom, I know, and it is definitely associated with age. So some people like that over there. I'm sure a lot of people probably don't, but it's a good sign if what you want is an authentic piece of glass in the mirror. So over here we have some pieces that have come in. This would be a 20th century piece. Absolutely gorgeous. Need to unwrap that as well. But it's got some porcelain plaques in it. And this piece as well seems to be the time of the porcelain plaques. Now this is an early 1900s piece. Really neat little desk, plenty of room up there to display. There is one other ladies' writing desk that has come in. It's also got the porcelain plaques, and it's a really neat piece. Really neat. We got the gallery above. This also has the gallery at the very top. Now here we have a commode, bronze mounts on the side. Very nice piece. 19th century display sideboard here. Marble top. Very late 19th century. Moving on down here, we have a heavily carved 19th century German mirror. That has some weight to it as well. I want to show you one more thing down here. As you can see here, a bureau plate in Louis XV style, perhaps Régence period, which was the period right before Louis XV assumed the kingship. Is that a word, kingship? All right, let's head back over here and take a look at this. This is a massive bronze patinated sculpture, and as you can see, the detail is excellent. It's got some beautiful colors in it. This also came in. Got this from an antique dealer friend of mine. 19th century stained glass cupboard. It's a lion motif, most likely from Le Pays Bas, the Low Countries in Europe, Netherlands, Belgium. And this has come in. This is a very well carved clawfoot library desk. The early 1900s on that. And here we have a highly carved cerule chair. This actually just sold about 2 days ago, so it'll be heading out soon. But look at that Bavarian desk. That is a neat piece, 19th century, with a sculpture. That may be a Moreau, I'm not sure. I should have checked that before I started filming. But the thing that I want to really bring your attention to is this pair of globes. This is phenomenal. This is the Terrestrial globe from 1802, and as you can see, it's absolutely gorgeous. The matching globe from the same company is the Celestial globe, and it was made in 1804. Now, the purpose of the Celestial globe was to map what was known to be in the heavens. So when you look at this globe, you have to picture the Earth in the center of the globe, and then everything that's printed on the surface would be what you'd see when you would look up into the night sky from the center of the globe. Whereas obviously we all know what a terrestrial globe is, right? This is just a map of the Earth, 1802. Here's what they put on there about North and South America in 1802. And let's zoom in on Europe. Fantastic. Okay. Some of you that watched the last video will know that there was a giant bookcase right here that left, and that made way for this 22-foot bookcase here. This is, I believe it's 1860s French bookcase, and obviously I've put some things in it. I've actually got a set of books about historical events or exciting events of the day, and I had been thinking about starting each video off with maybe a little story or a little event that happened. Not sure if anybody would be interested in that. This painting's been here for quite some time. It was painted in 1942 during the war, World War II. It hung in the church in San Antonio until briefly, shortly before I acquired it. This is an early 1900s bass. You got the harp here. There's just something about these antique music stands that I really enjoy. We've got this piano. It came down from Philadelphia by boat up through the Gulf to Galveston, and then by wagon train up to about an hour and a half west of Fort Worth. I acquired it directly from the family who had owned it since it was about 1860, somewhere in there that it came up. So now what I want to do is show you just a little bit of footage about the buckboard as we loaded it the other day. It was a few days ago we loaded this, and I hope you enjoy that. All right, my friends, well, that's going to do it for today. I hope you enjoyed the footage of the buckboard being loaded up. It's now in California at its new home. It looks fantastic out there in the desert with the hills behind it. I've seen a picture. And I totally forgot to show you all the 18th century polychrome model. It's an ecclesiastical model, I think. It has something to do with the church. But we'll do that next time. And I do want to mention that this channel, Old Europe Antique Home Furnishings, is for the store here in Austin, Texas. And I make little videos that give you updates about inventory arrivals and things that happen here at the store. But there is another channel called Antique Acquisitions, which I use to post videos about in-depth analysis of particular pieces or periods in history, some things like that. So currently, I am putting those videos on this channel as well in an attempt to grow the subscriber base of the channel, but there are two different channels. So if you haven't subscribed to the other one, maybe you could do that. Definitely please subscribe to this one, hit the like button, and I'll leave you with that. Have a great day. Bye.